Hello everyone, welcome to your favorite channel Crypto Hub, and today we'll be talking about XRP news. Today, massive XRP news just got in. Judge said this. After a turbulent night, XRP failed to sustain above 70 cents and the price turned this key level into resistance. The next essential support is found at 58 cents. The cryptocurrency seems more likely to test this level before any hopes of recovery. The live XRP price today is $0.711237 with a 24-hour trading volume of $3,593,945,773. We update our XRP to USD price. XRP is up 8.63% in the last 24 hours. The current CoinMarketCap ranking is number 6 with a live market cap of $34,103,286,727. It has a circulating supply of 47,949,281,138 XRP coins and a max supply of 100 billion XRP coins. Now let's talk about the big news. In the face of a lawsuit over its digital currency, Brad Garlinghouse manages to be both confident and conciliatory. We can't ignore governments. We can't ignore regulation, he said. Crypto took another beating in Washington in 2021. It wasn't encouraging for the industry to hear itself denounced at a Senate banking committee as a shady network of online funny money. But in an odd twist, the CEO of the company targeted by regulators in the biggest crypto legal offensive that same year had nice things to say about the proceedings at the Capitol. In a series of tweets as the Senate committee hearing was wrapping up, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse praised the committee's efforts to understand the nuances within crypto, a far cry from just a few years ago when some thought crypto is just a fad or mostly for criminals. He even cited Sen. Elizabeth Warren, a staunch crypto critic, and her view that our current banking and payment systems need improvement. Garlinghouse highlighted the goal many in the crypto world say they hold to provide access to those who have consistently been left out and suggested the Massachusetts Democrat might be on board. The tweets were striking given that Ripple and the federal government haven't exactly seen eye to eye on what crypto and blockchain are all about. Ripple, a crypto and a blockchain pioneer founded in 2012, uses blockchain technology to process payments and uses a cryptocurrency called XRP. In December, the Securities and Exchange Commission sued Ripple, Garlinghouse, and founder and executive chairman Chris Larsen, accusing the company of raising $1.3 billion in unregistered digital asset securities by issuing XRP tokens. The SEC's claim is that XRP is not a currency but a security and therefore subject to strict securities laws. The legal action, which stunned the crypto world, sent the value of XRP dropping dramatically. Coinbase, a major crypto exchange, suspended trading in XRP. The legal brawl is widely expected to have major implications for the entire crypto industry. It will also define Garlinghouse's tenure as the leader of the blockchain industry trailblazer. Garlinghouse joined Ripple as COO in 2015 and was named CEO the following year. He is a tech industry veteran and former Yahoo executive who became famous for a quirky 2006 critique of the web giant known as the Peanut Butter Manifesto. In the memo, which the Wall Street Journal obtained and published, Garlinghouse, then a Yahoo senior vice president, argued that the company lacked focus and was trying to do everything and be everything to everyone, comparing the strategy to spreading peanut butter across the myriad opportunities that continue to evolve in the online world. I hate peanut butter. We all should, Garlinghouse wrote. In an interview with Protocol, Garlinghouse explained why he's optimistic about heightened government interest in crypto and blockchain, what he sees as Ripple's chances in the legal battle with the SEC, and how some parts of the Peanut Butter Manifesto are still relevant in his current role. He answered the questions as such. This interview is old and has been edited and condensed for clarity and brevity. Question: you got hit with the SEC lawsuit 7 months ago. Can we go back on how you reacted and what was changed over the last few months? I would be disingenuous to not acknowledge I find a certain irony that, one of the reasons why Ripple as a company has been controversial in the crypto industry is because we've always taken it pretty pro-regulation. Existing financial regulations are there to protect consumers, and that's not a bad thing. It's kind of ironic that we've been unpopular among some in the crypto community who are very anti-government or anti-bank or anti-regulation, and then we're the ones that got targeted. Wait a minute, do you think the industry is full of good actors and those that want to comply with rules? They are seeking more guidance and clarity. Talking to governments around the world has been a material part of my job for years. We've been talking to the US government and different parts of the US government for a long while. I admit I was surprised that the SEC decided to bring that lawsuit. The good news for Ripple is that our core business has continued to grow and grow materially. We're still growing in the United States, but have certainly been stymied. Outside the United States, we've had a ton of growth. I won't go through all those different details, but my point in saying all that is yes, it is frustrating. I don't love it, but the good news is people see real-world use cases and the benefits we're delivering, and so we're continuing to drive forward. Question: what's the latest on the lawsuit? You were going to depose a former SEC commissioner. Has that happened? Yes, haha. To be totally honest, I never know what I'm allowed to talk about. When it comes to lawsuits, I try to say less. I don't say a lot. We're in the discovery phase. Our track records there speaks for itself, and the judge has overwhelmingly agreed with us. There's some things that the judge has done which are almost unprecedented in terms of giving us discovery. The SEC, I think, is trying to paint a picture that is not quite there. Question: in your tweets, you noted how Sen Elizabeth Warren recognizes the need to improve the banking and payment system, but she's also one of the most outspoken crypto critics. During the hearing, she warned against a system controlled by the whims of some shadowy, faceless group of supercoders and miners. Why mention Warren? I mentioned Senator Warren out of respect. I go back to what I said earlier. I think it's net positive for the industry that you have education happening. I'm not disputing that there are bad actors within the crypto community. That goes back all the way to Silk Road. What I was trying to call out in tagging Senator Warren in that tweet is to say that there are also a lot of good, constructive, positive use cases that have developed. I think for Senator Warren, the desire to protect consumers against bad actors is spot on, but I think it's important to note that the industry is full of good actors who are compliant and want to comply with rules and are seeking clarity for those rules. I don't think the way the US government has engaged here is ideal as contrasted with other governments around the world. Many other markets in the G20 have taken a much more constructive engagement in the crypto industry where you do have certainty, you do have clarity. We've continued to talk to governments, entities, agencies and representatives. I think we've gone from regulatory uncertainty to regulatory kind of chaos when you bring regulation through enforcement. That doesn't foster innovation. I am hopeful that good, clear regulation, consistently applied, will lead to predictable and constructive results. There's a massive new industry growing here, which is obviously great. I say that as a US citizen. Let's make sure the United States is a major participant leader. Question: Senator Warren also recently urged Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, as head of the Financial Stability Oversight Council, to take the lead in developing regulations for crypto and blockchain, saying a fragmented approach involving different agencies simply won't work. Would you support that? I support anything that provides clarity, anything that provides an organizing principle. You've got the SEC, you've got FinCEN, you've got OCC, you've got the CFTC, you've got the IRS. You also have state licensing agencies. Each of them have a slightly different view and classification. Chairman of SEC Gary Gensler, my impression is he wants to see the SEC take a more significant role at the expense of some of those other groups. The challenge for an entrepreneur or an investor looking at investing in companies in this space or purchasing the currencies in this space is, which of those do I listen to? The IRS says one thing. FinCEN very clearly said back in 2015 that XRP is a currency. Could we as responsible actors have assumed that the US government viewed XRP as a currency? Seems reasonable. Question: what can you say about Coinbase's decision essentially to comply with what the SEC said about XRP? I think Coinbase has built an incredible business. They're doing a great job. I think it's good for crypto as an industry to have a public company leader in the space. I would disagree with your characterization that Coinbase is complying with the SEC because there's been no decision made. Out of an abundance of caution, most US players halted trading on XRP here in the United States, but XRP has continued to be extremely liquid on exchanges outside the United States. I'm just taking minor issues with the choice of the word comply. There isn't clarity to some US actors. In the absence of clarity, have decided to say, hey look, this isn't clear. I'm gonna be cautious. Question: let's go to payments. One of the main criticisms of blockchain currently is it's very slow compared to the networks of companies like Visa or MasterCard. What are your thoughts on what would change or what could change in terms of speed or transactions? Let's parse that a little bit because I don't accept some of what you said as a precondition. Some blockchains are slow, particularly proof-of-work-based blockchains tend to be slow. I've been saying this for many years. I am bullish on Bitcoin. I'm long Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is not going to solve the payments problem. And the reason is because of what you're describing. The speed of transactions, the cost per transactions, those don't match well too. I mean, comparing those with Visa and MasterCard is probably not reasonable. By contrast, today, the XRP ledger is extremely fast and extremely cheap. The XRP ledger is about 1,000 times faster per transaction and 1,000 times cheaper per transaction than a Bitcoin transaction. I guess I'm reacting to the preamble to the question on the limitations of blockchains that are expensive. Well, I react to it by saying, don't use those for payments. I'm not taking anything away from the smart contract opportunity around Ether, but in that context, the speed and efficiency aren't quite as critical as if you're trying to be a payment solution. XRP is extremely efficient, and that is the reason why Ripple is using it for payments. Question: you're famous for writing the peanut butter manifesto at Yahoo. You're dating yourself by knowing this. Question. Going back to the point about how you pushed Ripple to focus on payments, there's also the view that in fintech, one-trick ponies don't make it. That you need to be in many areas, otherwise you won't be able to thrive. How do you respond to that? If you're really good at one thing, but it's a really big market, that's fine right now. We started with cross-border payments. That is a very large market and it continues to grow, and globalization will continue to drive that. We also started to offer new products. We've talked publicly about a line of credit, which is basically XRP lending to our customers. We will continue to listen to the customer and understand how we can help them. This showed back then, and now that Ripple isn't dying and that the CEO is confident the crypto will make it out. Thank you guys for watching this video, and remember that this video is an information video and not an advice, because cryptocurrencies can be highly volatile.